Welcome you all to our brilliant channel Maths Nation. Dear students, now we are continuing with 2.0 series, in which I have already told you this series will be of different level, and in this series we discuss the theory in deep and practice rigorous problems. This series will be of different level. Please students, follow my classes regularly. I promise you to complete your syllabus and would like to solve all your queries, which you may kindly drop in my comment box. Now students, let us start with energy. In my last sessions we have discussed about number systems. Today we continue with this. In my last sessions we have discussed about the properties of real number, rational number, natural number, integers, all these properties. Today we continue with the properties of prime number, composite number, etc. Let us recall about the additive and multiplicative properties of natural number, integers, whole number, rational number and real numbers. And you know natural number is subset of whole number is subset of integer is subset of rational number is subset of real number. The real numbers are those numbers which may be rational or irrational. You know the rational numbers are those numbers which can be represented in P by Q form. Suppose 5 is also a rational number which can be represented in 5 upon 1 form. In the P by Q form, P and Q are in least term, means they do not have any common factors and Q is not equal to 0. Then now we continue with the properties of even number and odd numbers. Now let us start. The properties of even number and odd numbers. Sum or product of any number of even is even number. Sum or product of any even number is always even number. Please students note down. The sum and product of even number is always an even number. Always an even number. Let us discuss some examples. Suppose 2 is an even number, 6 is an even number. 2 plus 6, 8 is also even number. 2 into 6 is equal to 12, a even number. Say any even number. Suppose 500 is a even number. 220 is a even number. 500 plus 20, 520 is an even number. 500 into 20, which is equal to 10,000. This is also an even number. Now you clear about the property. Sum and product of any even number is always an even number. Now let us discuss about the properties of odd number. The properties of odd number says the second property that says that the sum of odd number is always an odd number. Sum of odd numbers is always an odd number. Sum of odd numbers of odd numbers of odd numbers. Sum of odd numbers of odd number. Let us understand what the property says. Sum of odd numbers of odd number is always an odd number. What do you mean by this? Always an odd number. Let us at first अंडरस्टैंड द लैंग्वेज द प्रॉपर्टी सेज। प्रॉपर्टी ये बता रहा है कि सम ऑफ टोटल ऑड नंबर का सम ऑड नंबर होता है। इसकी मतलब ये है कि सपोज 5 + 7, हाउ मेनी ऑड नंबर्स यू ऐड हियर? 2 ऐड नंबर्स। कितने ऑड नंबर हम ऐड कर रहे हैं? 2. 2 is an even number. Then 5 + 7, 12 is an even number. But the property says that sum of odd numbers of odd numbers. This means 3 + 5 + 7. 3 is an odd number, 5 is an odd number, and 7 is an odd number. How many odd numbers we add here? 3. 3 is also an odd number. Then when we add 3 number of odd numbers, then we get 15, which is also an odd number. ये प्रॉपर्टी ये बता रहा है कि ऑड नंबर्स का सम मीन्स if we add 5 odd numbers, if we add 5 odd numbers, 3 + 5 + 7 + 9 + 11, then we get this is 35, which is also an odd number. 35 is an odd number. Means here how many odd numbers you add? There are total 5 odd numbers you add. But if you add 4 odd numbers, is 4 a odd number? Is 4 a odd number? No, 4 is an even number. If we add 4 number of odd numbers, then definitely we get an even number. This sum is equal to 24. 24 is an even number. Now let us practice some more examples. Now let us practice, keep it here and discuss some more examples about this property, and you get clear idea about this property. Suppose 21 is an odd number, 11 is an odd number. How many odd numbers you add here? 21 and 11. There are 2 odd numbers we add. Then we get here 32. 32 is an even number. But when we add 9 + 21 + 11, how many odd numbers we add? 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 is an odd number. Then when we add odd numbers of odd number, then we get an odd number. When we add this, we get 41. 41 is an odd number. Okay? You get clear idea about the second property. First property says sum and product of an even number is always an even number. You get it? Any doubt? No. Second property says that sum of odd numbers of odd number is always an odd number. Now you get the proper idea. Now you get fundamental idea of this property. No, I think no one should doubt about it. If anyone doubt, please ask me in my comment box. Okay? I will repeat it in my next sessions. Then the third property. Third property says that sum of even number and odd number is even number. The third property says that sum of even number and odd number, sum of even number and odd number, sum of even number and odd number is always an even number. Please students, give me examples. Is always an even number. Say me an even number. 8 is an even number. Sum of even number and odd number is always an even number. Sum of even number, okay, sum of even numbers of odd number is always an even number. That thing I have discussed in this second property, that sum of even numbers of odd numbers means if you add 4 number of odd numbers, then you get definitely an even number. If you add 6 numbers of odd numbers, definitely you get an even number. Then now let us discuss about the property 4. The property 4 says that product of an even number and an odd number is always an even number. Fourth property says that product of an even number and odd number. Even number and odd number is always an even number. Odd number is always an even number. Is always an even number. Now let us practice. Now let us discuss examples. Clear it? Now let us discuss some examples. What the property 4 says? The property 4 says that, property 4 says product of an even number, and odd number, product of an even number and odd number is always an even number. Is always an even number. You say me, students, an even number, 4 is an even number, and say any odd number, 5 is an odd number. Then you get 5 into 4, 20. 20 is an even number. Say another examples. Suppose 3 is an even number, 2 is an odd number. Product 6 is always an even number. 16 is an even number. 7 is an odd number. Then when you multiply, you get this is 112. 112 is an even number. Suppose say another examples. 15 is an odd number, 8 is an even number. When you multiply it, we get 120. 120 is an even number. I think there will be no students has any doubt about this property. The property first says that sum of an even number, sum and product of an even numbers are always even numbers. Sum and product of even numbers is always an even number. The second property says that sum of odd numbers of odd numbers. Means if we add 3 odd numbers, then definitely we get an odd number. If we add 5 odd numbers, then definitely we get an odd number. Then the third property says that sum of even numbers of odd numbers. Means if we add 4 odd numbers, then we get an even number. If we add 2 odd numbers, then we get an even number. Then the fourth property says that product of an even number and an odd number is always an even number. Now let us discuss some other properties. Properties of prime number. Then let us discuss the properties of prime numbers. Erase it. Now let us discuss the prime numbers. The natural number in which have a, what do you mean by prime numbers? You know, students, what is prime number? Prime number is the number, prime number. This is the number which has factors only 1 and the number. The number itself and 1, the number itself and 1 is the factor of this number. No other number. Suppose I take 13. Factors, let us derive the factors of 13. 1 and 13. No other numbers except 1 and 13 divisible by 13. Okay. Suppose we take 12. Is 12 and prime numbers? No, because let us remember an important thing. Except 2, all even numbers are composite numbers. All except 2, all even numbers are composite numbers. They are not prime numbers. Only 2 is an even prime number. 2 is the smallest prime number. 1 is a special number. 1 is neither prime nor composite. 2 is the smallest prime number. And the prime number has the factors, the number itself and 1. Suppose we take 5. 5 is 5 an even number, a prime number or a composite number? Let us derive the factors of 5. The factors of 5 are 1 and 5. Think Any number except 1 and 5 divisible by 5? No. Suppose we take 6. Is 6 a prime number? Let us find the factors of 6. 1 is factor of 6. 2 is also divisible by 6. 3 is also divisible by 6. Then 6. Then how many factors are there? 4 factors. Except 1 and 6, 2 and 3 are also factors of 6. This says that 6 is not a prime number. 6 is a composite number. Now let us discuss some properties about composite number. Let us discuss composite number. Composite number. I have already told you 2 is the smallest composite number, 2 is the smallest prime number, and 4 is the smallest composite number. 2 is the smallest prime number. 1 is a special number which is neither prime nor composite. 2 is the smallest prime number, and only 2 is the even prime number. No even number is prime number. Even numbers are always composite number except 2. Then composite numbers are those numbers which has except the number and 1, except the number itself and 1 more factors. Suppose we say 12. Let us find the factors of 12. 1 is a factor of 12. 2 is a factor of 12. 2 is divisible by 12. Yes. 3 is also divisible by 12. Then 4 is also divisible by 12. Then 6. Then 12. Then how many factors are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Except 1 and 12, there are also other factors of 12. Then we say that 12 is not a prime number. 12 is a composite number. Then 12 is a composite number. Let us observe some properties. Let us observe some properties. Here the observations. 4 is the, note down students please, note down. The 4 is the least composite number. 4 is the least composite number. Least composite number. Which is the least prime number? 2 is the least prime number. 4 is the least composite number. Then all even numbers except 2 are composite. All even numbers, I have already told you, all even numbers except 2 are composite numbers. Are composite numbers. Then third property. Then property 3 says that 1 is neither prime nor composite. 1 is a special number. 1 is neither prime nor composite. Neither prime nor composite. It is a special number, not composite. Then the fourth property says that, any natural number greater than 1 that is not a composite is a prime number. Any natural number greater than 1 that is not a composite means this is a prime number. Means the natural number which is not a composite number means prime number. The number which is not composite, the number which is not composite, which is not a composite number is called a prime number. Is not a composite number is called a prime number. Is called a prime number. Is called a prime number. 31. Example 31. Find the factors of 31. 1 and 31. Please find out, are there any factors of 31? Is there any number except 1 and 31 divisible by 31? है? और कोई नंबर है जो 31 में डिविजिबल है? 1 और 31 को छोड़ के? नहीं है. This means 31 is a prime number. Suppose 23, 1 and 23 are the factors of 23. 1 except 1 and 23, are there any number which is divisible by 23? है? दूसरा कोई number है? नहीं है. Means 23 is also a prime number. Now property 5. The property 5 says that every composite number has at least 3 factors. Every composite numbers have at least 3 factors. Means the composite number which is the number and 1. There are 2 factors for any composites or even composite or prime numbers. Then the composite numbers has at least 3. The composite numbers has at least 3 factors. At least 3 factors. Suppose we take 25. Suppose we take 25 and find the factors of 25. Factors of 25, 1, 5, 25. There are 25 is divisible by 1, 25 is divisible by 5, 25 is divisible by 25. Are there any factors except 3 or these 3? और कोई है फैक्टर और कोई नंबर है जो 25 में डिविजिबल? 1, 5, 25 छोड़ के नहीं है ना. मीन्स 25 हैज 3 factors, 1, 5 and 25. 25 is also a composite number. This means composite numbers has at least 3 factors. There may be more than 3 factors, but at least 3 factors. Now let us discuss about the property 5. Property 6. What the property 6 says? The property 6 says, the property 6 says that 2 is only even prime number. I have already told you. 2 is only even prime number. Is only even. This is even number and a prime number. Even prime number. Even prime number, and 2 is the least prime number. And 2 is also the least prime number. सबसे छोटा प्राइम नंबर 2 ही है, because I have already told you 1 is the special number. Then the property 7 says that we can divide the set of natural numbers into 3 disjoint sets. We can divide the natural numbers are those numbers we have no 1, 2, 3. All these counting numbers are called natural numbers. The natural number sets can be divided into 3 parts. 3 disjoint sets means they do not have any common element. First, 1 is neither composite nor prime. Then there are prime number or composite number. Prime numbers, and the third set is disjoint set is composite number. What do we mean by disjoint set? Disjoint sets means the set they do not have common elements. Means the prime number, the number cannot be, the number can either prime or composites, but any number which is not both prime and composite. Understand? The number may be prime, may be composite, but no number in the number system is, they are both prime and composite. This means the natural number set are divided into 3 parts. First, 1 is neither composite nor prime. This is a special number. Then the prime number sets, then the composite number sets. There are the 7 properties of the numbers. Then now different methods of find the prime numbers. Now let us discuss the prime numbers. You may factorize by prime factorization method to find out whether the number is prime numbers or composite number. Suppose you have a number given 223. Let us find that is the number is a composite number or prime number. Now we should try to prime factorize this. Is 223 divisible? Not divisible by 2, not divisible by 3, not 4, 5, 6. Then 223 cannot be divided by any number. Then 223 has the factors are 1 and 223 itself. This means 1 and 223 are the factors of 223. This shows that 223 is a prime number. Is a prime number. Suppose 57 is given. We should prime factorize 57. 57 is divisible by 3. Then we get 19. 19, 1. This means the factors of 57 is 1, 3, 19, 57. These are factors of 57. This means 57 is a composite number, not a prime number. Suppose 51. Suppose 51. 51, if we prime factorize 51, 51 is divided by 3. When we divided 17 3 then we get 17 1. Then the factors of 51 is 1, 3, 17 and 51 itself. There are 4 factors of 51. This means 51 is a composite number, not a prime number. Now let us, what do you mean by twin primes? Now let us discuss what do you mean by twin primes. The prime number whose difference is only 2 are called twin primes. Consecutive prime numbers are called twin primes. Suppose 5 and 7. 5 and 7 are twin primes, means their difference is 2. 5 and 7 are called twin primes pair. Then 11 and 13 are twin primes. They both are prime and their difference is 2. Consecutive prime numbers are there. 7 and 9 are not twin primes because 9 is not a prime number. 9 and 11 are not twin primes because 9 is not a prime number. Then 11 and 13. 13 and 15 are not twin primes because 15 is not a prime number. 15 and 17 are not twin primes because 15 is not a prime number. Then next 17 and 19 are twin primes because 17 and 19 both are prime numbers. Then next 19 and 21 are not twin primes because 21 is not a prime number. Then 21, 23 are not prime numbers because 21 is not a prime number. Next 23, 25 is not twin primes because 25 is not a prime number. Then next 25, 27, they both are composite numbers. Either 25 or 27, they are not prime numbers. Then next 27, 29, no, 27 is not a prime number. Then next 29, 31, yes, 29 and 31 are twin primes because they both are prime numbers. Then 31 and 33 are not twin primes because 33 is not a prime number. 33, 35 not possible. 35, 37 not possible because 35 is not a prime number. 37, 39 is not possible because 39 is not a prime number. Then next 39, 41 is not possible because 39 is not a prime number. Then next 41, 43 are twin primes because they both are prime numbers. Now you get a better idea about twin primes. If I ask you, please find out the twin primes, then 101 and 103 are twin primes. The twin primes are those prime numbers whose difference is 2, means 2 consecutive prime numbers, 103, 101. Their difference are 2 and they are called twin primes. Then next, prime triplet. Prime triplet means the 3 consecutive prime numbers. Suppose prime triplets, 3 consecutive prime numbers, 3, 5, 7. They are 3 consecutive prime numbers. 7, 9, 11 are not because 9 is not a prime number. 11, 13, 15 is not possible because 15 is not a prime number. Then 15, 17, 19 is not possible because 15 is not a prime number. In the same way, only this is called prime triplets, because these three are the numbers which are, three numbers are prime numbers. Then next, find out the co-prime. Co-prime, what do you mean by, this is twin primes. This is twin prime. This is twin prime. Then what do you mean by co-prime? Co-prime are those numbers, these co-primes are those, suppose 15 and 16 are co-primes. Means they do not have common factors. This doesn't mean 15 is not a individual prime number, 16 is not an individual prime number. 15 is also a composite number, 16 is also a composite number. But they do not have common factors. Let us discuss in deep about the co-primes. Let us discuss deep about the co-prime. Then erase it. Now let us discuss deep about the co-primes. Co-prime means the number co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers means this doesn't mean these two numbers are prime number. But that suppose 20 and 21. 20 is not a prime number, 21 is not a prime number. Let us find out the factors of 20. 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. All these are factors of 20. Then find the factors of 21. 1, 3, 7, 21. Are there, except 1, are there any common factors between 20 and 21? है? 1 को छोड़ के दूसरा कोई common factor है जो number divisible by both 20 and 21 है? नहीं है. This means these two numbers are co-primes. Suppose 8 and 9. 8 and 9. This effect, let us find the factors of 8. 8 is not a prime number, 9 is not a prime number. Let us find the factors of 8. 1, 2, 4, 8 are the factors of 8. The 1, 3 and 9 are the factors of 9. Are, except 1, are there any common factors between 8 and 9? एक 1 छोड़ के दूसरा कोई common factor है 8 और 9 में? नहीं है. This means 8 and 9 are co-primes. I think students you get better idea. You can find out if any two numbers are given, you can find out are they are co-prime or not. Or if I say 5 pair of co-prime numbers, then you can easily say the pairs of co-prime numbers. और एक trick है बेटा, consecutive numbers are always co-primes. Suppose 10, 11. 10, 11, they are co-primes. 11, 12, they are co-primes. Suppose 13, 14, they are co-primes. 14, 15, they are co-primes. Always, this is a trick, always two consecutive numbers are co-primes. Now let us discuss some properties of prime numbers and divisibility property. Now let us discuss about the divisibility property, test of divisibility. Now erase this and let us discuss about the test of divisibility. Divisibility test. The number divisibility, which number is divisible by 2? Divisibility by 2. The number, all even numbers are divisible by 2. Then how can we say the number is an even or odd? Means the number whose one place is either 0 or an even number. This number is called even numbers. The number is divisible by 2. The divisible property of 2 says that the number present in one's place, the number present in one's place must be an even number or 0. An even number or 0. Then we says that the number is divisible by 2. Suppose you have a number given 1, 0, 0, 3. ones place is 3. Is 3 an even number? No. Is 0 in the ones place? No. This means this number is not an even number. This number is not divisible by 2. Suppose you have given a number 20,072. The number present in ones place is 2. This means this is an even number. This shows that this number is divisible by 2. Suppose you have given a number 10,000. Then the number present in the ones place is 0. This shows that this number is an even number, means the number is divisible by 2. Then let us discuss about the properties of divisibility by 3. The divisibility by 3, the property says that divisibility by 3. How can you determine when the number is given? आपको एक नंबर दिया गया है, आपको पता लगाना है the number is divisible by 3 or not. Not by dividing, by some tricks given. The trick for divisibility by 3 is, suppose a number is given 2024. Then you add those numbers only, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4. Then you get 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 2, 8. Is 8 divisible by 3? No. This means this number is not divisible by 3. Let us try either to prove this. 2024. Let us try whether the number is divisible by 3 or not. 3 6 ja 18, then 2 22, 3 7 ja 21, 1 4. Then 3 4 ja 12, you get 2 as the remainder. This means the number is not divisible by 3. Now let us take some more examples to get the clear idea about the divisibility of 3, the property of divisibility by 3. Now take some more examples. Suppose a number is given 151739. We have to test the divisibility. Is the number divisible by 2? No, because the number present in the ones place is 9. 9 is not an even number. This means this number is not divisible by 2. Means this is not an even number. Now let us discuss whether the number is divisible by 3 or not. Now add those numbers. Then you get 9 plus 3, 12. 12 plus 9, 19. 19 plus 5, 24. 24 plus 1 is 25. Is 25 divisible by 3? No. This means this number is not divisible by 3. Let us try. Suppose 3 5 ja 15. Then you get 7. 3 2 ja 6. 1 3. 3 4 ja 12. 1 9. 3 6 ja 18. You get 1. This means this number is not divisible. You get 1 as the remainder. This means this number is not divisible by 3. Let us discuss some more examples. Suppose 27036. This number is given. Is this number divisible by 2? Yes, because 6 is present in the ones place. 6 is an even number. This means this number is divisible by 2. Now let us discuss about whether the number is divisible by 3 or not. Now add the numbers of these numbers. Then you get 2 plus 7, 9 plus 0 plus 3, 12 plus 6, 18. 18 is divisible by 3. Yes, 3 6 ja 18. This means this number is divisible by 3. Now let us find out. Let us check whether the number is divisible by 3 or not. 3 9 ja 27. Then 0, 0, 3, 1 ja 3, then 6, 3 2 ja 6. Yes, the number is divisible by 3 and this is the quotient. This means now you get a clear idea about the divisibility rules of 3. Now let us discuss about the divisibility property of 4. Divisible divisibility property of 4. Divisibility property of 4 says that if the number last two numbers is divisible by 4 or last two numbers are 0, then the number is divisible by 4. Divisibility property of 4. Suppose you have a number given 324. Last two numbers 24. 24 is divisible by 4. 4 6 are 24. 24 is a factor of 24. This means 324 is also divisible by 4. Let us check. 4 8 are 32. Then 4 1 are 4. This means this is 324 is divisible by 4. 81 is the quotient. Suppose 1000 is given. Last two numbers are 0. This means this is also divisible by 4. Then when we divide 4 with 1000, we get 250 as the quotient. Then suppose 500. Last two numbers are 0. This means this is also divisible by 4. When we divide 500 with, then we get 125 as the quotient. This means the divisibility property of 4 says that either the last two numbers divisible by 4 or last two numbers are 0, then we say that the given number is divisible by 4. Suppose you have given number 1072. Last two number is 72. 72 is divisible by 4. This means this number is also divisible by 4. Now let us discuss about the divisibility property of 6. When the number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then we say that the number is divisible by 6. Divisibility by 6. When the number is divisible by both 2 and 3, means the number given which satisfies the property of both the divisibility property of 2 and 3, then we say that the number is divisible by 6. Suppose you have a number given 273. Suppose you have a number given 273. Is this an even number? No, because 3 is an odd number. This means this number is not divisible by 3. Suppose you have a number given 372. Is this an even number? Yes. Because 2 is an even number, this means this number is divisible by 2. Now let us discuss whether the number is divisible by 3 or not. When we add these numbers, we get 12. This means 12 is divisible by 3. This means this number is divisible by 3. We come to the conclusion that 372 is divisible by both 2 and 3. This means this number is divisible by 6. Okay. Then students, today this much. In my next sessions, we will continue with this. Thank you, students.